Yeah, I think when I'm actually earning actual proper money, then yes, that would come into play. But at the moment, the cost of our course is so expensive, we don't really have enough leftover money to consider those factors when we choose somewhere to live.
Well, for quite a few reasons. Obviously it's better for the environment, and that's something I think that's quite important, and also because of the cost. It's going to be more cost effective if it's more energy efficient, and I'm not going to feel as bad. I'd rather be like contributing in a positive way, especially if I'm buying a house. And obviously if you're buying somewhere you're intending for it to be for quite a long amount of time, I'd rather it was more energy efficient. I think it would impact on it because obviously again it's better for the environment and it's going to be more cost effective, especially if it's renting and the bills are separate. I think that would be definitely a bigger factor, but just in general because it's better for the environment.
Reasonably, and if it wasn't an energy efficient property, then I would at least want it to be convertible to an energy efficient property. A little, not very much.
Do you know?
I've seen that on grand designs and programs like that. So I suppose, you know, I have a general public understanding of MMC. It seems like a good idea. It seems certainly an efficient and quick way of building property. How that compares ultimately to bricks and mortar, I guess, is something that people will learn about.
I think it is important. I do think that currently price and affordability is my #1 priority, and location, I think. But how a property is built, but also the kind of energy distribution and where the energy comes from is an important aspect. But obviously it really depends on your income and your ability to pay things. I think that would definitely be attractive, especially to students. So yes, that would be wonderful.
One of the things that we are always looking for is how energy efficient is the property. Has it recently been insulated? What kind of heating system is installed? And what the monthly outgoings for heating are.
We do have an impact on the planet. So if it's cheaper to run, it's more economic for everybody all round.
I guess the home isn't yours, and so therefore it's not necessarily your home. It's someone else's place. The property may often not be to the standard that you would like, and well, those are two things. I'm not sure there's a third, but
I think sometimes you don't really see the costs prior to when you choose to rent an apartment. So there are a lot of kind of hidden transactions that you're not aware of, and you don't really know the value of your property oftentimes. So I think that's can be quite challenging.
People won't respond to rooms because there's so many people looking for rooms in London. And then also price, finding affordable housing has been very difficult. And then agencies themselves have made the process very difficult, and they try and kind of circumvent the Tenancy Fees Act 2019 sometimes as well.
It's somewhat painful, if I'm honest. We were constantly having to harass the agents just to make sure that we weren't falling off their radar.
I mean, I think ideally at some point in my life I would like to own a home, but at present I don't really have the kind of stability to make a choice about where I'd want to live for a long time, so renting just makes a lot of sense.
Location, and I think if I was looking to buy somewhere I'd care more about what it was like appearance-wise and what it looked like, and whether it was somewhere I was happy with, as opposed to just picking somewhere going, oh, this is in a good place, it's absolutely fine, I don't really care what it's like as long as it's the location, there's a room. I think if I was going to buy it, I'd put a lot more thought into it, and like how old the house was as well, for like how efficient it is, I think would play a big role for?
So I was looking for somewhere affordable, somewhere that was a convenient location, so that I could commute, and somewhere nice and comfortable to live as well.
I think the attractions of renting a property are that if you don't like it, you can move on. You don't have the costs associated with purchasing, which are considerable at the outset. You're not responsible necessarily for the upkeep and the maintenance. Those fall to the owner typically. So it's sort of responsibility-free living, which at times can be, that can be just what you want.